Best 5 Portable Wi-Fi Hotspots 2023 are offered in a wide variety, each with unique features, benefits, and prices. I did a massive amount of research, reviewed a ton of reviews, and put up a list of the best 5 portable Wi-Fi hotspots from trustworthy brands to assist you in making a decision. After extensive investigation, I discovered these goods to benefit people like you. If you are curious to learn more about the price and other information, be sure read my description. Without further ado, let's watch the video. Number 1.
TPLink AC750 Wireless Portable Nano Travel Router. The TP-Link TLWR902AC is nothing if not simple in its design. You've got 2 Ethernet ports, one to connect the router to the network, one to connect a device to the router, a USB port, and a power adapter port. There's a reset button, a switch for selecting one of 3 different modes, and the device comes packaged with just a short Ethernet cable and an equally short power cable. The short length of these cables is somewhat limiting, so you may want to supply your own. Fortunately, they're easy and inexpensive accessories to buy, since power is supplied via a micro USB port. This router could easily be powered via a portable battery pack, which means you don't necessarily even need a wall outlet to use it. The small size and light weight of the TP-Link TLWR902AC is a definite boon to frequent travelers. It's so small that it easily fits, it diminutive enough to go with you wherever you go and however little you're able to carry. It seems to be made of quite durable plastic, so you needn't worry about it breaking en route. The design is fairly bland and utilitarian, with a simple row of indicator lights, breaking up its monotonous gray and white surface, but then it's not a category that inspires a lot of dramatic design. Connectivity. Quick and reliable. In the Ookla speed tests I ran, the TP-Link TLWR902AC showed similar results to a standard ISP-provided router from CenturyLink. I never experienced any issues with speed or reliability when using this router. I also appreciated that this router packs in dual band capability despite its small size. Range was just okay, but by no means terrible for such a diminutive device. I was able to use it throughout a medium-sized house and around the yard beyond. That range dropped off pretty quickly when obstructions hampered the signal. However, this router is intended for private internet browsing in a hotel, convention center, vacation house, or other remote location, where portability and ease of use are more important than range and signal strength.
Number 2.
Glnet GLMT300NV2 Mango Portable Mini Travel Wireless. The Mango is running OpenWrt. Anybody that's ever played with OpenWrt will probably agree that it's not as user-friendly as the proprietary interfaces that most vendors place on their routers, mainly made for the domestic market. That being said, GL.Init has written a custom interface on the top of OpenWrt that automates and makes things much easier to do than having to enter into OpenWrt. If you want to get rid of GL.Init's interface, you can flash it with native OpenWrt, or there is also an option to load a TorGuard-specific firmware. GL.Init has automated a lot of functions. You can see above where I've basically just plugged in my 4G MiFi device, and the router automatically recognizes the device and sets the router up so that the USB just works as my one port. Normally with OpenWrt initially you'd have to research the relevant packages to load, use an SSH, and then test to make sure you've got everything right. On the main screen, you can see that as default you can run as a standard wired router, a repeater, a smartphone tether or a 4G dongle router. Where required, these functions are all wizard-driven. In the settings on the right you can manage all your standard routery stuff, Wi-Fi settings, set time servers, DHCP, changing your DNS servers, etc., without having to delve into OpenWrt's more complex interface. The unit supports both OpenVPN and WireGuard out of the box, and I'm guessing most people will use OpenVPN at the moment until WireGuard matures. Most VPN providers will supply .cfg files for their various servers. You just need to download and drop and drag your config files to the Mango, much easier than using the OpenWrt native interface. By using your VPN at a router level, it means that you don't have to have a VPN client installed on all your endpoints, and is especially useful where you're a server rather than a client. Remember that switch on the right-hand side. It can be used as a physical switch to turn your OpenVPN or WireGuard service off or on without having to enter the interface. My last review was based on the TP-Link TLWR802N Nano router. I bought the Mango to address a few shortcomings I'd come across since buying the WR802N. The firmware on the TLWR802N is proprietary and hasn't been updated since April 2017. It doesn't support OpenVPN, the method that most VPN providers require now. You can of course still run a client-based VPN client. The Mango supports OpenVPN, which gives me much more flexibility, and I only need to load what I want. The Mango has a USB
Number 3.
Griffin Guardian Mesh Wi-Fi router. The Guardian is a dual-band AC1200 system that can hit maximum data rates of up to 300 megabits per second on the 2.4 GHz band and up to 867 megabits per second on the 5 GHz band. Each node is powered by a quad-core CPU, 512 MB of RAM, and 512 MB of flash memory, and is equipped with 2 internal antennas. The system supports MU-MIMO simultaneous data streaming, direct-to-client signal beamforming, wired backhaul, and automatic band steering. The Guardian is controlled using a mobile app that opens to a dashboard screen. At the top of the screen is a suspend button which lets you disable or resume internet access for all clients, with the exception of smart home devices, such as lights, thermostats, cameras, and smart plugs. Below the button is a tab that tells you the current internet status: on for all devices, suspend for managed devices, unmanaged devices, things, and TV and entertainment. Managed devices are those that have been assigned to a user and can be configured with parental controls, and unmanaged devices are unassigned. Tap any device to view stats such as manufacturer, MAC and IP addresses, device type, phone, computer, doorbell, or whatever, and the assigned user. If no user is assigned, you can assign one by tapping the Assigned User tab. Here you can also enable and configure port forwarding. The Things tab is where you'll find all of your connected smart devices, such as doorbells, security cameras, lights, and sensors. And the TV and Entertainment tab is where you'll find connected smart TVs and streaming components, such as Roku and Amazon Fire Stick devices. At the bottom of the dashboard screen are notifications, users, home, network, and settings buttons. Use the notifications button to see a list of all unmanaged devices by assigning it to a user and configuring parental controls. The users button takes you to a screen where you can view all users, their assigned devices, and any assigned access schedules. Tap the plus sign in the upper right corner to add a new user. The home button takes you back to the dashboard screen, and the network button takes you to a screen where you can run an internet speed test and view the latest results, see which network node your devices are currently connected to, and view any network security issues. Here you can also give clients bandwidth priority. Installing the Guardian system was quick and easy. I downloaded the mobile app, created an account, and verified my address. Next, I used my phone's camera to scan the QR code on the base of the node being used as the main router. I then followed the instructions to plug in the Guardian router and connect it to my modem using the included LAN cable. I waited about 30 seconds for the LED to begin flashing, tapped next, and used my phone's the router was paired with the app, and I created a network name and password. Once the router was set up, I tapped the settings button and add mesh repeater to add the other 2 nodes. Pairing the nodes was nearly identical to the router pairing process, but it took around 3 minutes for each node to be configured. The router node's score of 465 megabits per second on the close proximity, same room test was faster than the Netgear Orbi RBK13 and Eero 3 Pack 2019 routers, but couldn't touch our leader, the TP-Link Deco M9+. The Guardian router's score of 179 megabits per second in the 30-foot test was the lowest of the bunch. The TP-Link router led with a
Number 4.
Kofi 4G LTE. What Kofi L100 is a Wi-Fi hotspot devices with screen display and TF card slot and lithium battery 2400 mAh internet access to internet via HSPA LTE data SIM card with battery powered use for indoor or outdoor without broadband, place put it into your pocket. Enjoy Wi-Fi anytime, and ANYWHERE as Christmas gift work mode and band portable Wi-Fi device work with 4G to Wi-Fi. Support 4G FDD-B2B4 B5 B12 B17 WCDM AB1 2100 MHz. Network frequency mainly applicable to USA, Canada, Mexico. Portable Wi-Fi hotspot for travel, easy to connect. This travel partner Wi-Fi hotspot is easy to connect and easy to carry in hand, sharing customer up to 10 user with 50 m distance. All you need to do is inserting the SIM card. Then you will enjoy the Wi-Fi with your friends. With this portable 4G LTE router, tips on product: using insert SIM card, then install the battery, tear off the insulating film. Even if your SIM card is compatible with the hotspot Wi-Fi devices, it is not necessarily plug and play. You may need to disable the PIN code of the SIM card and modify the APN. Enter the router IP address 192.168.0.1. Click Network APN enable. Modify APN. Make sure the SIM card is activate. Not support roaming service and virtual SIM card and IoT SIM card customer service for 30 days after the date of purchase. Return your undamaged Kofi portable Wi-Fi box and receive a full refund for any reason. 1 2-month warranty for quality related issues for 12 months after the date of purchase. We take care of all quality related issues with a replacement or full refund.
Number 5.
EVDO-LINK bundle. Xfinity Mobile offers 5G on all unlimited and by the gig plans. All Xfinity Mobile plans come with free unlimited talk and text. You just pay for the data in one of two ways, either by the gig or unlimited. Within the by the gig plan category, there are 1 GB, 3 GB, and 10 GB plans. All data options now include 5G data at no extra cost, just as long as you have a 5G device and live in an area with a 5G network. Compare Xfinity Mobile cell phone plans, figuring out which of these two plan types, unlimited or by the gig, is right for you. May take a bit of math, but don't worry, we've got the cheat sheet. It boils down to this: if you think you will use more than 3 GB of data per month, then the unlimited plan becomes cheaper than paying by the gig. But let's talk about each plan type in detail. Xfinity Mobile unlimited data plan at $45 a month for one line. Xfinity's unlimited data plan costs less than the full $15 cheaper than T-Mobile's cheapest unlimited plans and $5 cheaper than AT&T's. That sounds pretty good. What do you have to give up to get a price that good? In some cases, speed. Data speeds. Here's what you need to know about Xfinity Mobile's unlimited plan and data speeds. 4G LTE data speeds are throttled, capped, and deprioritized. For LTE data, you'll get download speeds of 512 megabits per second and upload speeds of 25 megabits per second. However, just like with Xfinity Internet, once you hit their soft data cap, in this case 20 GB, you'll get deprioritized, meaning your speeds will get slashed to almost nothing. 1.5 megabits per second download and 750 kilobits per second upload. 5G is much faster. For 5G data, where available, Xfinity Mobile says you can expect download speeds around 450 megabits per second and upload speeds around 50 megabits. Or your device must be 5G capable and your location must have 5G infrastructure in place. Mobile hotspots use 3G speeds. Xfinity's throttling also extends to mobile hotspots, which are capped at 600 kilobits per second. That's 3G level slow, which is fine for basic websites and email. But don't expect to stream much of anything at that speed. Video streaming resolution starts at 480p for non-5G devices. Video streaming on the unlimited plan depends on the network, 4G LTE versus 5G, and whether your device is 5G. As this table shows, the default streaming resolution is 480p, which is just standard definition. South Dakota for non-5G devices on either network. This plan is like the bulk section of the grocery store. Instead of buying pre-packaged data, you buy it raw, by the gig. This plan is ideal if you use data only once in a while. To send a picture, you could pay as little as $15 a month and still get unlimited calls and texts. By the gig plans really pay off if you're strategic about your data usage. With free access to Xfinity's 18 million hotspots, You'll often be able to use the internet through Wi-Fi rather than 4G, especially if